Okay, so in this video we are going to configure our branch routers. So let's go back to EVNG. Let's start off the branch routers now. So now all these branch devices are the virtual devices. That means they do not have encoded in the hardware as the serial number and the token number. So we have to manually provide that one. So if I go back to my vManage now, so when I log in into my vManage, so you see that it's already showing me the vManage 1, vBond and the vSmart of 1 device. Let's go to the configuration and device. And in the WAN edge list, you see that I don't have any list. So if you have a physical device, you will click on add pay as you go WAN edges, click on that one, provide the serial number, validate that one. That's okay. For synchronizing with your smart account, that is another option. So exporting the boot configuration or uploading the WAN edge list. But how to generate that WAN edge list? So what we are going to do is that you have to go to the Cisco Software Central. So click on that website. And if you scroll down, you will see Network Plug and Play PNP. So click on Manage Device. It should ask you for the login. So let's log in. So I will select my partner account. So you need to have a smart account in order to generate that list. Or yep. So So this is my partner account. So I will click on verify. So once you are in your account, you should see that I have already generated this whole type of menu list, and there are all 40 records in here. That means 40 devices I have generated. So how to generate that one? So first thing is that if you click on controller profile, and this is where first you will add your vBond in here. Select vBond, or you want to add your PNP server or vBond, select vBond. Click on next. Provide the details. Once you have provided the details, your vBond should be showing up over here. So once you have added your vBond, don't worry about the IP address. You can give any IP address. So we are least bothered about that one. So once you have added your vBond, let's go back to the devices. Click on add software devices. Click on add software devices, and this is where you will say that which type of device. So I want VH cloud with DNA access. Okay. How many you want? Quantity like 5, 6, 7. I will go with 10 of them. Select the controller. Now you will see your vBond. And now you will click on save. That should generate your serial numbers. So if I go back to my devices, so it will generate. So you will now select different types. If it is VH, CA8000V, ISR, what type of virtual routers you want to detect. I will select 50. So you can select the model and you can say how many of them you want in quantity, and you can now generate this file. So you have generated this file. After that you go to controller profile and you select the provisioning file, and it should automatically download, say ask you for like what version you want to go. That means if I select 17, so all the images will support 17 version. If I say 18 and newer, it will support 18 and newer version only. So click on download. That should download a file. The file name should be like, you see that this is what the file it will download, serial file.viptela. So once that has been downloads, that's all done with it. You got the file now. Let's go to the manage list. Click on upload manage list, choose that file, that is serial file which we downloaded, click on open. Don't validate because this is a virtual devices which will we will validate those certificates according to our requirements. How many we want? That so many only will be validated. Apart from that, all will be staying invalid. So let's click on upload. It will give you the warning. Click on OK. And you say that successfully added 40 devices. Click on OK. And now you see that all the devices have been added to the. So now I have the device model. I have the serial number and the token number, which can be assigned to the branches. But if I go to the menu configuration and certificate, and if I scroll down, in here you see that validation, by default I said all of them should be invalid, which is invalid. So I need to make one by one as valid. But how many do I require in first place? So VH Cloud I required 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 for now. Don't worry about the headquarters. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. So I will say that select the device model so that you have all line one by one. So I will select this is number 1 valid. Okay. Select valid 2, 3, 4 and 5. Alright, so we will first onboard the vClouds, then we will onboard our C8000 and data center CSR. So once you have clicked on valid of how many you required, so you do have an option send to controller as red color, click on that. So now vManage will push the details to your vBond. So if I go back to my vBond, so if I say admin, show orchestration, valid vEdges and tab, and now you see that all the 5 details have been synchronized to vBond. That means if I go back here, successfully sent to all the controllers. That's good. Now it's our time to start provisioning, configuring the devices manually, because we are doing a manual provisioning. So that's why we have to configure by ourselves. So let's go back to vManage and we will say that what are the port numbers for it. So one of them is 782. Okay, 783. 784. 785. 2, 3, 4, 5. This one should be 786 port number. Yep. So let me go back to my manager, branch 1, 784, 780. No, that should be 782. 782. 783. 7. Okay, let me go back here. That should be. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 3, 4. Properties. This one should be branch 3. Sorry. Branch 2. Device 2. Let me update. 2, 3. It is close. Branch 2. Device 1. So branch 2 device 1 will be 3, 4. This one should be branch 4. Okay, let me go ahead and open the session. 3, 4. This one should be branch 3. 4, 5, and finally should be branch 6, sorry, branch 4. That should be 86 and 126. Okay, 32. No. All right. So branch 1, branch 2, both of them are here, branch 3 and 4. So let's start building our configuration now. So system is already here, so we only required config t, and host name will be branch 1 for br1. Let me get the topology so it will be easy. So branch 1, system IP will be 100.0.201. Okay, site ID will be 201. Organization will be this one, and time zone I will just remove it for the branch. I will push it via the template, and VBON details are the same. And let's start configuring the VPN 5112 interface ETH0 IP address. I will go with 150.1.7.31/24. No shut, and exit and exit. Then again VPN 0 interface GE0/0. Be careful with this interface. It should be lowercase letter. IP address will be 220.100.1.201/24. No shut. That should be tunnel interface. Then again we have to do the encapsulation will be IPsec. Then color will be business internet. I will come with the color in the next video. Just for now, it's a business internet, and we will say allow service will be all. Allow service will be netconf. And be careful, it should be lowercase letter n, and allow service SSHD exit exit and IP. Before IP route we do have one more, that is MPLS. So we'll copy the same thing. We will say gig 0/1. That will be 172.168.100.201. Same configuration where the only thing is that the color MPLS exit. Next we will say IP route default gateway via 220.100.1.254. This is one for the business internet, but we do have the other one that is for the MPLS. Yes, you can give as many default routes you like, but we do have two colors, that means two interfaces. So let's start configuring that one now. So first I will go ahead with this much part, that is system and the management. So I will say admin, re-enter the password, change the password to admin only, and configure. No mistakes so far, that is fantastic. I'll go with VPN 0 with this much part first. No errors, that's all fantastic again. That means I can just go ahead with all the remaining configuration now. And I will say exit and commit. Alright, so let's go back to our topology now, discuss about the color now, because I have given the color. So what happens is like we in a VPN 0, I do have two interfaces, GE0/0 and GE0/1. So whenever you're defining these two, we are representing this one as a transport links, and in SD-wan each link will be transport independent, so you cannot give default color for everyone. So it's just like a representation that gig 0/0 is a business internet, and gig GE 0/1 will be the MPLS. Okay, so there are many different colors over there. So you also have the LTE or 4G one, We'll also have the private 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if I go back to the vManage, go to the configuration and templates, feature templates, let's go with the VH Cloud. Let's start off with this one. And now I want to go to the tunneling, and this is where you see the color now. Now you see that 3G business internet, blue, browns, custom 123, default, gold, green, LTE, metro, ethernet, MPLS, private 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, public internet, red and silver. So these are the default ones which are predefined for you. You can use any of these colors. You're just like representing an interface, saying that this interface is a connecting to business interface, this internet is connecting to so and so, but uh, both of them cannot be same. So the name should be definitely different. So that's why we am allocating the business internet and the MPLS that is known as a color, that is defining the transport type simply. All right, so branch 1 is done. So let's go ahead and configure the branch 2 device 1, that is branch 202 will be the actual one. Site will be 202. That will be 32. This will be 202, 202, and that's it. So branch 2 device 1. So let me go to the branch 2 device 1 and exit, commit. That's it. Let's go and configure the branch 2 device 2. System IP will be 212. Site ID will be the same. This one that is 32, so I will say this one will be 42. System IP will be 212, means that will also be 212, so it will be easy. And that's it. So let's go and copy paste that one, the branch to device 2. Commit. Now let's do the same thing for branch 3. That should be branch number 3. Site ID should be 203. 203. That should be 33. 203 and 203. So it is very easy. I have written down in the notepad, so it's pretty much quicker. So let's paste that one, exit and commit. That should be all good. Let's go to the branch 4 now. See branch 3 committed complete successfully. Make sure that it is successful. So branch 4, 204, 204 should be 34, 204 and 204. Now because of the business internet and MPLS, all the branches are on the same subnet. It's becoming very easy to configure the devices. Commit. Now I have configured the devices, that's okay. Next thing is that the common thing is that everyone should have their own same root certificate authority installed in their certificate chain. So currently I have uploaded the root certificate to the vManage, so I will download it from the vManage from all the devices. Because it's a Linux, so it's easy to download them. So I will say exit, I will go back to the vShell one more time, and here I will say scp admin at 20.1.1.1 colon hash home, the directory where the file is saved, and the file name, that is rootca.pem space and dot. This is very much important, space and dot. So now we are downloading that file from the vManage. We say yes, enter the password. For me it was moise123 hash and exit. You see that the file has been downloaded. Let's do the same thing for everyone first. I will download that file to each and every device. Branch 2, exit, branch 3. Sorry, that should be in the V shell, and the branch 4, and the exit. So now all the branch devices have the root certificate. Now I can install that root certificate in the branch, in the devices itself. So I will say that request root certificate chain install, and where it is being saved by default also the same directory, because these are the same devices VHs. So home admin rootca.pem, and enter, and now you see that successfully installed that certificate. So let's go back to the different other device, enter same command, enter same command, enter same command, enter same command. Alright, so now the root certificate is being installed on each and every device. Now it's time to go ahead and add these devices to my CS vManage. So let's go back to the vBond. So first we will copy the first one, chassis number. Go back to the branch one, we will say request valid VH activate. It should ask you the chassis number. Now it should ask you the serial number. Let's go on to vBond and copy that V. So these are the virtual devices. Okay, so that's why we are providing manually the chassis number and the serial number. Once you have provided, let's go back to the vManage now. Let's go back to the configuration and certificate, and you see that 201 has now been added. You see that CSR is being generated. So we set to the vManage that with the WAN edge devices, it is automated. That means you are the one who is going to be the certificate authority, generate the CSR for them, issue the certificate for them, and install the certificate for them. Alright, so once that has been installed, the certificate, you see that the certificate is being installed, and I can see the certificate number instead of the token number. So you see the token numbers instead of that, now I see the certificate. So this has been now provisioned, that's all good. So similarly, we will do the same thing for each and every device. We will say request valid VH activate. Let's go to the vBond, copy the second one, go to the request valid VH vCloud active. This one will be the third one. Now branch 3. This one will be the fourth one. And finally the last one. That's it. So let's go back to the vManage and we will just do a refresh, and you see that all the certificates have been issued, devices are now being online, and there is only one device which needs to be onboarded still. So let's wait for that one to be issued, and that is been issued. So now you can see that I can have all the certificates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Branch names have been synchronized, system IPs have been synchronized. Let's go back to the configuration and device, click on device model, and now you can see that all the 5 devices have been provisioned. Now slowly all the devices will, site IDs will come. So you have to make sure that all the site IDs are being seen over here on the device template. So it does take a little bit time, but you have to make sure that you see the site IDs. That's very important. Alright, so all the site IDs have been now showing up over here. That's all good. Let's go back to the dashboard and the main dashboard. And now I should see the 5 WAN edge devices. It says that one is down. If I see there is nothing, so that means it will update soon. So if I refresh again, hopefully that should go away. Okay, so but anyhow, you can see that the health of 5 devices. I have added the 5 devices, all of them are up and running. That's all good. So it will update now. Don't worry, later on. And again, site health, you see that full WAN connectivity, 4 sites are there. It says 4, one of them is not there, but hopefully that should be the last device. That's okay. Alright, so now in the WAN edge inventory, total of 5 devices, authorized is 5, deployed is 5. There is not onboarding or staging in progress for any of the devices. Okay, so total devices are the 5 so far now. Alright, so we have onboarded the V edges. So now next we will onboard the CSR and the C8000V. So I hope this was informative for you, and thank you.